What is up everybody, it is here, and today I am going to review Windows 10, the changes, the look, the performance, the gaming performance, and the new browser. Welcome everybody to the Windows 10 review, and today I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, and I'm going to tell you, like I said, the changes, the bad and the good and the different, the look on how things look like File Explorer now, the performance as in like boot time, all that stuff, gaming performance as in like FPS, how fast the game is, what setting can you put it on now, and the new Microsoft Edge browser. So first, let's talk about the start menu. So the start menu is a mix between 7 and 8. As you saw, it's kind of didn't load all the way there yet. And it just looks really nice. Originally, when you get Windows 10, it will look like this at first. And you just grab the edge, drag it over here. So at first, it took me a while to find this. The power button is right here. I thought it would be more obvious somewhere where I could actually see it, like up here or up here, but it wasn't, and it took me a few minutes to find it. Some people who are used to the Windows 7 and Windows 8 really love this. People who want the full Windows 8 back though will have to go to settings. And as you see, this looks really nice right here. You want to go to personalization, start menu, and put use start full screen. And then it will be a whole different style. So let's click the start button again. As you see how everything just flows in. And let's say I want to go to my weather or my mail. As you saw, let's do that again. It kind of has this sleek zooming in kind of thing going on, as you saw right there. And one thing when I was wondering, let's change, well, I accidentally clicked that, let's change it back to, as you see, you have to click the, people call it the hamburger up here to get this, and let's change that back, personalization, set, start, and turn that off. Now, one thing I was wondering, where is the search button? Well, when you first get, Windows 10 is going to look like this. I set up Cortana. This is your search bar. Honestly, I'm not a big fan. I only use this for search, but Cortana in specific, I'm not a big fan of her. You have to click this, or you can set up Hey Cortana. I tried not to say that loud because I didn't want her to turn on, but I do this because I think that big search bar is a waste of time when you just press this. What I do is I don't like using Cortana because it takes her too long. Say, hey Cortana, what's the weather like?
It's currently 72 and clear.
So Cortana does take a while when I could have just did this right here. I could have just did that myself. That's actually way faster than usual. She takes way longer than that, sometimes up to 2 minutes. At the beginning you should saw my specs, just so you know that this varies in between people. People with a weaker computer might have longer times, people with a strong computer might have better experience. So let's continue on with changes. So I will get to File Explorer later. Here we have the right side. So as you see, this is the show desktop. Say I want to open File Explorer. Go to show desktop, it takes everything off. Some people don't know about that, some people do. So you have your regular background apps button right here, looks the same, but you have your networks, which looks different from 7 and 8. So it's kind of this, you know, faded out behind it, and I think it looks really, really nice. Everything looks smoother, everything looks nicer, and I just love the way it looks. And say I wanted to connect to this, connect automatically, and there you go. So next, something that really scared me at first was the volume button. So as you see, this is kind of the new style for it. And I was like, how am I going to change my game's volume but keep the volume at what I want it to be for other stuff? And you have to right click and click open volume mixer, and then there you go. It doesn't look much different, but it has the blue icons instead. And let's just try to, well, that's one thing, can't do that. Something that I really love that I really hated with Windows 8 was how you'd get a notification up here, or like down here, or up there, and it would go away after a few seconds and I wouldn't know what it was, and then I'd go crazy because I'd be like, what was that? I could have just missed something important. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because now if you get a notification, it'll save up here till you exited out, or it will tell you everything. When I first got it, I had a few notifications. It told me maintenance notifications, mail, all that stuff, so you don't lose those notifications that you missed. So I really love this. Let's expand this. Really, I don't find a need for this. You go to all settings, which I would rather just do that. But Windows 10 in general is just really, really good. I love it, and that is kind of the new stuff. So now let's talk about the look. As you see the look of this, all that kind of stuff. So now you see the recycle bin. It's kind of more of a futuristic block style, as you see between this PC and recycle bin. It looks nicer in my opinion. I like the way it looks. One other thing that they added was show task view button. Say I have, let's add a new desktop. Let's do desktop 2. I will open File Explorer on this end. So I want to go to a different part of File Explorer again, so let's open that again. I can go to downloads here, and then I can go to desktop here. So instead of having it on just like full screen or half screen, if you put it to the corner, it gives it a quarter screen. So that's really helpful at times. I think that's a little bit too small, especially for the people with small surfaces or tablets that might be very struggling. Some people might not like that. Honestly, I don't find use for this. I think it makes everything harder to go in between stuff. So I wouldn't use it. So show task view button, take that away. I don't honestly use that. So as you saw, let's go to File Explorer. As you can see, it's kind of this new, different look to it as the other things, and this is different from Windows 8 and 7. Windows 8 and 7 both look like, they looked more realish, but Windows 8 looks more nicer and simple in my opinion, but Windows 8 kind of looked blocky, like someone inexperienced made it. I can't say that I know anything about designing or anything like that, but it looks like there was not a lot of time put into it. And honestly, I love this. I like the style of it. When you open File Explorer, it will take you here instead of here. I honestly would prefer to go here, but it's not much of a trouble to go here. This shows you recently opened files, so this is one of my wallpapers that I used to put on, and that. So that's basically it. There's 2 new things that were added that I'm not a big fan of, is Groove Music and Movies and TV. When you try to play your music, it will open in this. I'm not a big fan of it. When you automatically go into a song, it takes a while to start it. Say you have a movie to watch, it will open in this, which I am also not a big fan of. So I went in there. Let's go to music. Say I go to this. I put opened instead of Groove Music. I changed it to Media Player and made Media Player the default by doing choose another app, or always use this app, and then you know that. So that I made Media Player the main look for that. So boot times. One other thing is the start menu I forgot to talk about. When you log in, you have your lock screen wallpaper. Once you press a button or click or something, it slides up, and then you have the start screen. I can't really videotape that, but your profile picture is circular now, and you actually have a wallpaper behind it. You have your sign in people right here, like the list of users, and then you have, you know, your stuff like this at the bottom right. But you actually have a wallpaper behind it, and it actually looks nicer now instead of it being plain with a profile picture. I really dislike that in Windows 8, and that's one of the things that it's one of the little things that I hated about it, and now they made it better. So this is combined 7 and 8, and this is revolutionary in my opinion. Boot time, you should see what I'm saying floating around somewhere. Boot time for Windows 7 was actually 1 minute and 36 seconds. For Windows 8, boot time was 36 seconds. But for Windows 10, boot time is 36 seconds to 40 seconds. So Windows 8 and Windows 10 have no boot time difference, but they are way faster than 7. 7, even though it's one of the fastest OSs out there, it's very slow to boot, and I'm one of those people who just wants to get the boot time over with. So Windows 10, people who had Windows 8, you will also love Windows 10 with its boot time. Also, make sure that you go to Task Manager and go to your startup. Make sure that you don't have, I only have a few important stuff. I don't have Google Chrome. I have Google Chrome disabled because it only takes a second to open anyways. That really slows it down, so I just only keep on the important stuff that I need immediately, or something like this. This keeps me connected to the internet, so I'm gonna forget to turn that on sometimes, and then I'm gonna be on the internet wondering why I didn't turn on my internet. One other thing, let's go to Project Spartan, which is the new Microsoft Edge. I really think this favors people on the tablet side. Say, let's go to google.com. You're on a tablet, say this is a spreadsheet. Let's go look up spreadsheets. Images. Say you're over here, this is the full screen. You're telling one of your coworkers or your boss, oh, look at this, there's a difference in the money we're making, check that out over here, or check this out over here. So honestly, I think it's useful for people who are in business and are constantly doing something, and that's what I love about Windows 10, is that it's easy, it's smooth. I love the way the windows open. Let's minimize this and maximize this. I love it, and I just love the way it is. So Microsoft Edge is, let's look at Microsoft Edge and Task Manager. Microsoft Edge is only taking 18.4 megabytes from memory. I use Microsoft Edge when I'm, recording a game, playing games, so that it doesn't slow down my computer. But when I'm not doing anything like that, I will use Google Chrome. So, say you are on Google Chrome instead. Google Chrome takes up 3.6, 2.6 now. Well, it's slowing down because it's not loading anything. It takes 49% of 50. It takes 1 out of this. It just eats your computer up, and you can't really do anything if you have not like a laptops and that really game based, unless you have like a Razer or something like that. It's not gonna be the best out there for you guys. So you guys probably would favor using Microsoft Edge, which I'm okay with using, but honestly I don't prefer it. So this is what it looks like at the beginning. I chose the dark theme because I think it looks nicer and it's easier to see stuff. I made it a specific page. YouTube, because that's my go-to when I open a browser in advanced settings. It's not as advanced as you think it is, but it's not a lot of stuff that you have to go through. So it's really easy to use all that stuff. Show home button. Well, I didn't know that. And it's just really easy to use in general. Some things, like say I want to ask Cortana, you know, you'd think you could say these things like, find I have a wallpaper, one of these wallpapers named Batman. Say, hey Cortana. Hey Cortana. Find a Batman. Or, hey Cortana. Hey Cortana. Find a file named Batman. Oh, well, actually, she never does that. But I do have files named Batman, so I don't know why she can't find it. Oh, there we go. Well, I got it working, but she's way faster than usual, so I guess she'll be like this. Let's go to File Explorer, say, let's go to Documents, let's go to a folder named Sony Vegas. Hey Cortana. Hey Cortana. Find a folder named Sony Vegas. Well, you can't really do that, but I guess it just finds only files, not like folders or anything, something specific. But I don't really use her. I would rather just, you know, type that in. See, there you go, right there. This is like my other wallpaper. So that's kind of it. But honestly, this is a long video. I would get Windows 10 for all the people out there business, no matter what. It's faster than 7 and 8 in my opinion. There were some performance issues at the beginning. My first boot took 3 minutes after restarting it a few times, and on a laptop that my dad uses, it took 5 minutes. So I will make a part 2 pretty soon, telling you guys how to speed up Windows 10. Normally, I just use this, but I won't include that because I don't like, you know, I don't even like watching videos myself with people putting downloads and stuff in there. But I would recommend that. CC Cleaner and CCleaner. But overall, Windows 10 is really fast. It's amazing. It really passed my expectations way farther than I thought it would, and I love it. It's just so easy to use. It's smooth, and there's nothing that I don't like about it, nothing that I extremely don't like about it. Everything in my opinion is awesome. And gaming, for gamers, say my FPS was 30, well it's probably 50 now. Say I'm recording on Windows 7 and 8, recording would probably be like 30 FPS, 280 pixels, and now I can make it like 50, 60, and have it on like 1080 pixels, 60 FPS, all that stuff. So gaming performance is increased by a lot. So I really recommend this. It's free. Get it if you want to, and I want to thank everybody for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you like this, or if you want to check out my other videos, and subscribe if you want to see part 2 coming out pretty soon. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.